morning. With that, I yield.
Gentleman yields back. I now recognize the gentleman from Rhode Island, Mr. Magaziner, for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We need to support law enforcement officers who put themselves in harm's way every day to serve their communities and to keep people safe. And any acts of violence against law enforcement cannot be tolerated. I want to tell you all the story of one police officer from suburban America who is a victim of violence and injustice. This is Officer Radu Bojovic, and he served his community of Hanover Park, Illinois, as a police officer. Like many police officers across the country, he is a legal immigrant. Yet, despite being a legal immigrant, Officer Bojovic was arrested and detained by ICE as part of the Trump administration's Operation Midway Blitz and locked up for 2 weeks before being released. He was legally authorized to work in the United States. He had a work permit from DHS. He had passed FBI and Illinois State Police criminal background checks when he was hired by the department. Now listen, we all know it is dangerous for police officers out on the street every day. Do you have any idea how dangerous it is to be a police officer in prison, especially an innocent officer who has done nothing wrong and committed no crime? But this is what you get under the Trump administration: chaos, cruelty, innocent people being locked up just to meet Stephen Miller's arbitrary quotas. And this is not an isolated case. Under the Trump administration, ICE has locked up police officers in Arizona and Maine and countless other innocent, hardworking people who have committed no crimes. This is Sejun Park from Hawaii, an Army veteran who has lived in the country legally for 50 years. He was deployed to Panama in 1989 and shot in the back. He took a bullet for our country. But the Trump administration just deported him to a country he hasn't lived in since he was 7, just because, like many veterans, he previously had struggles with substance abuse that led to some minor drug arrests. He deserves to be honored for his service, not deported. Donna Hughes Brown, a grandmother from Missouri who has lived in the U.S. legally for 48 years, has been imprisoned since July. She is still there, imprisoned by the Trump administration. She faces deportation. The only crime she committed? Writing 2 bad checks totaling less than $80 10 years ago. Her husband is a combat veteran. They deported a 4-year-old U.S. citizen boy with late-stage cancer, a U.S. citizen who has the right, like all U.S. citizens, to have due process. And his mother did not consent to have him deported, but his rights were ignored by the Trump administration. Listen to me. None of these people were in the country illegally. None of them committed any serious crimes. By the administration's own data, 70% of the people they have detained have no criminal convictions. The Trump administration should be going after violent criminals, not veterans, not kids with cancer, and not police officers like Officer Bojovic. And while we are on the subject of condemning violence against law enforcement, I want to thank you, Officer Hodges, for your bravery in defending our Capitol against the extremists on January 6th. It is shameful that the Republican leadership of this House still refuses to hang this plaque honoring you and your federal officers for their sacrifice. So I say to my Republican colleagues in the room right now, if you really support law enforcement, talk to Speaker Johnson today. Text him right now. Tell him to hang the plaque. If Officer Hodges could find the courage to risk his life for all of you on January 6th, you can find the courage to stand up to your extreme base and show him and the other officers who served on January 6th the respect that they deserve. And with that, run the video.
Multiple capital injury. Multiple capital injury. If I give this up, they're going to have to run down. At least this capital we can defend. We got to hold what we have. I need court support. We lost the line. We lost the line. LAPD, step back. LAPD, step back up to the upper deck. Get him up. Get him up. Officer down. Get him up. Get him up.
Gentleman's time has expired.